Hi guys, it's Linda. This is our first time now. We're going to do some dipping our toes in some politics, okay? What I want to talk about is the VA and the veterans. So, Doge and Trump are wanting to fire 83,000, that's what the 1,000 veteran employees. That's on top of the 25,000 that have already been fired and the 75,000 that took the buyout before they got fired. Okay. I'm furious. And here we go. We're going to tell you why. I'm going to read some of my notes because there's a lot to go over. So, Alina Habba is one of Trump's top aides. Okay, she's one of his counselors. And she came out and said about the VA and the veterans getting fired that maybe, quote, they are not fit to have a job at this moment, unquote. She also defended her cuts and said she has no sympathy for the thousands of people that lost their jobs. Yeah, we're pro-veteran. The VA secretary came out and said, the federal government does not exist to employ people. Okay? So now you've got veterans that are already struggling, many of them with PTSD, depression, anxiety, all of it, some of them with psychosis, many of them with drug problems because they're trying to self-medicate. Okay, how many homeless vets do we have on the street? So we are now risking putting more veterans on the street. You are literally firing people who have mortgages, car payments, raising their children, utility bills, food, medical bills. What? How is that supporting your veterans? We already have a large number of veterans that are homeless, that self-medicate. What? And you know what makes me mad? I'm really trying not to get mad and cry here. There are Americans, there are fellow Americans that are cheering this, that are cheering against those that work at the VA, which are tens of thousands of veterans in that number. Tens of thousands. And we're just going to boot them out and not give them a job. Just let them go. So sorry. Federal government isn't here to employ people. So, what I want to say is, also vet services is being cut. Now, most of you know my daughter is a therapist, okay? She interned at the VA in the unaliving department, okay? This is where she did her internship, and she worked, okay? Do you know how many people come through that? How many people use that phone number? How many people come in person that are barely hanging on, that need a reason to keep going, needing somebody to hear their story and listen to them? And we're cutting these crucial services, and people are freaking cheering. How many of you that are cheering are veterans? I doubt very few. Listen, my dad was an Army veteran, served during the Vietnam era. My husband was a reservist, served during the first Iraq invasion. My cousin was one of the first boots on the ground in Desert Storm. My brother-in-law was Navy. My uncle retired as Navy. My family bleeds freedom. So don't come at me for all you people that aren't veterans, that have never done a daggone thing for this country, willing to serve. Now, here's where I'm going to make people mad. Are you ready? Trump is a 5-time, look it up, these are a fact, 5-time draft dodger. Elon Musk is a draft dodger. He left South Africa so he would not have to participate in the South African mandatory military service. His mother was a Canadian, so he got a passport, went to Canada, and then made it easier for him to come to the United States, where he holds a dual citizenship of Canada and the United States. Don't come at me and tell me veterans don't matter. They do. These people signed up willingly knowing that they could sacrifice themselves for our Constitution and our American way of life. We are able to sleep soundly at night because we have men and women willing to go on the front lines and protect us. And then when they retire or they exit the service, they expect to have their care. That isn't going to be there. So yes, I'm extremely angry. Extremely angry. And again, I don't understand how my fellow Americans are cheering this on. What is wrong with you people? Seriously, do you have a soul? Because I don't get it. And I'm angry about it. I'm extremely angry about it. Belinda is getting ready to come out and bust a groove here on TikTok. Because what in the name of God is wrong with you? I want to thank all of you that cheer and support. Thank you to all our men and women that are actively serving, who have served, who work at the VA to help their fellow vets. Thank you for all the medical staff that takes care of the vets. Thank you for the psychology department that is willing to help these vets have a life and integrate back into society from war. I know there's a lot of you out there that agree with me. I know that. And that makes me happy. I truly believe that we have more people supporting our vets than not. So I'm going to give you a piece of information before I go. On March 14th, there is a march at DC. Okay? It is for the veterans and it is for the constitutional. It's a constitutional vote. March and for our veterans. March 14th. If you cannot make it to DC, they are also holding them at your state capitals. Ladies and gentlemen, call your representatives. That is the only way that we're going to get this stuff fixed. We have to let them know that we're not standing for this. Y'all, it's only going to take you 5 minutes. 5 minutes out of your life to stand up for the vets. Make that call. Okay? Make that call. Call them and let them know. No, we aren't going to stand for this. Our vets deserve better. I love you guys. I know I came at it big and strong today. I'm sorry. I'm surprised I held myself together because I was bawling about it yesterday. I was so mad I was crying. And I told myself I was not going to get online and I wasn't going to start crying. And I made it. Tell me what you think. I want your feedback. Good or bad. Give me your feedback. But I want you to know beforehand, if you are cheering tens of thousands of veterans losing their jobs, thousands, tens of thousands of just fellow Americans losing their jobs, I think you're disgusting. And that's what I think. You're a disgusting human being. I don't get it. Anyway, to my family, to all the Fine Wine Club members, I love you guys. I hope you all can understand where I'm coming from. Give me your feedback. I'd love to hear your feedback. Give me another topic we want to talk about. I have a range of topics that I would like to talk about. I'm not red. I'm not blue. I'm purple. So it doesn't matter what I see on either sides. Both are failing us. Red and blue are both failing us. We need them to know that we're being serious. I love you guys. Thanks for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day. And never ever let somebody steal your smile.